So the Let Us Eat program started about 7 years ago under the guidance, tutelage, and leadership of Jim Cooper. Anybody who knows Jim can remember him as a larger-than-life character. He was a philanthropist, a civil rights leader, a man that never wanted to sit on the bench. And even into his 80s, he wasn't going to sit on the bench, he wasn't going to sit on the sideline. His daughter, Cynthia Cooper, is a teacher up in North Jersey and has had a successful career teaching students up there. But in a conversation with her father one day, he came to discover that children who were on the free and reduced lunch programs at all the schools in New Jersey suffered from having no food during the summer. So rather than just, tuck it in the back of his head, he went into action. And again, in his 80s, he put together the Let Us Eat Please program. The program started out with help from County Executive Denny Levinson, County Administrator Jerry Del Rosso, to reach out to some area schools and put together a collection of schools that he could do food distribution through a 10-week period during the summer. The program started off with about 250 families. Today, we are happy to report that that number has grown to well over 800 families in 7 school districts here in Atlantic County. I came on with the program about 5 years ago. Jim asked me to jump in and help out, and I've found it a labor of love. I mean, it's exciting, it's wonderful, it's just almost tearful and joyful at the same time to see families and young people to receive the gift of food. While we feel great about the fact that we're feeding 800 people, again, it's almost depressing that we have to step up and try to help the vast number of people, and we're just scratching the surface. The need is large, it's big, it's huge.
Jimmy Cooper came to me quite some time ago, and he said, we have a problem here in Atlantic County, which is the same problem throughout the state of New Jersey. But let's see if we can solve it in Atlantic County, at least on a small scale. And I knew here in Atlantic County, half of our school children get either a free or reduced lunch. So there was a need for it. And Jim said, look, I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is, but I would like the county to partner if you would. And I said, look, Jim, it would be my pleasure, and let's see what we can do. We started the program in Ventnor, where over 1,200 eligible individuals got lunch and breakfast that summer, and we've expanded it. In fact, we've expanded it to a degree where over 9 school districts now participate in this program that was Jim's vision. And a word about Jimmy. I guess he was a true humanitarian. He was always did the very best he could for those that couldn't help themselves. As of 2017, over 800 families received food on the program that Jim envisioned, which means every 2 weeks, 30 pounds of food are delivered to needy families throughout this county. And I am privileged to have known Jim. He had an interesting philosophy on life, almost the way Lincoln had of government, that government should do for those that can't do for themselves. And Jim kind of put that on an individual basis, that he did for those that couldn't do. And he's sadly missed, and we won't see the likes of him again.
In Galloway Township, approximately 50% of our students qualify for free and reduced meals. We have close to 3,400 students, and so you could see about 1,700 students actually qualify for the meals program. In terms of participation, I'll let Marilyn Moore, who really spearheads this, share that information.
We have been involved with the program for 2 summers. The first summer, we fed about 100 families every 2 weeks. Last year, we moved to 120 families because the word of mouth had spread as to what a wonderful program it was.
It's very simple. If you are hungry, that is one of your basic needs. It's not being met, so it's difficult to focus on learning. And so during the school year, obviously, we have the meal programs during the day. So you say, well, what does this have to do with summer? Well, we have hundreds of students in the district in summer for a variety of academic and enrichment programs. And in certain instances, we are able to provide them breakfast, but then they go home. And so this program supports them having a good meal at home.
Cooper Levinson has been a real partner with Galloway Schools. And knowing about the boat show, knowing about people supported the food bank, we thought, what could we do to give back and remind the public what the food bank does for us? So, what better than to think about feeding children than by having an eating cup. And we decided to make the cups. Actually, we talked to our art teacher at the middle school and said to her, what kind of clever thing could you make with your kids? And she came up with the cup idea. And this is our second year, and the children love making the cups.
The Egg Harbor City Public School District has about 80% of the students that qualify for free and reduced lunch. We offer a universal breakfast program for all of the students, and there's a great need. We've been involved with the Let Us Eat Please program. We got involved in the second year when Jim Cooper approached our district and asked if we would be interested in learning more about this opportunity and getting involved. It was something we desperately needed because we were seeing our numbers of free and reduced lunch percentages go up, and the need was great, so we hopped right on board. Last year, when at the captain's table reception at the boat show, the Galloway Township schools were selling soup bowls or mugs, and we thought we wanted to do something as well because it was such a great idea. And we've benefited from this program so much that we needed to give back. So what we've designed is a planter, an herb kit, so to speak, a miniature herb garden that'll include little gardening tools, a package of herbs, and then a hand-painted pot that the students all did, and they're all one of a kind and individual, and also a stake made out of clay that has the name of the herb on it for the herb garden.
We have numerous families, a lot of families, in and around our region that really need help. Help from you and I, and help from this program. So those of you who have participated with the Let Us Eat program and the Community Food Bank, I want to thank you, and thank you for your continued support.